Hi, my name is Jeremy and I'm the founder and CEO of RentBetter. Today I'm going to take you through the RentBetter platform and show you how it works and how you can match to a tenant, manage the tenancy and maintain your property using the RentBetter platform. Whether you're looking to find a tenant or already have one in your property, the platform can help you to save money, gain control over your investment property and access the tools and technology to deliver a better rental experience for both you and your tenant. Once you set up your property, you'll land on the My Properties page. And just to give you a quick orientation here, you'll see that each property has its own property card where there's an image of the property, and on the right-hand side, you'll see all the features. On the left side here, there's another navigation menu where you can access some of the features that you might need about your account pretty quickly. We typically see two different starting points for our customers. The first one is if you're looking to find a tenant because you don't already have one, you're going to want to create or edit your ad. And the second is if you've already got a tenant in the property, you're going to want to set up your lease or your tenancy. So let's assume we're starting at the very beginning where you don't have a tenant in your property and you're looking to create your ad. We've set one up for you already, so it's going to say edit ad. And you'll see here that there's a little guide at the top of how to do it. There's a status to manage your ad and whether it's currently reviewing applications or it's active. You can upgrade your ad if you want to. And then it's going to contain all the basic information that you'd need in order to publish an ad to the property site. So some of the details around the dimensions of the property, a short description, the photos, floor plan if you want. You can organize viewing times. And in fact, you can now book a viewing time through a third party if you want them to show up and host the viewing for you. So once you've set all of that up, the system's actually going to be able to publish those ads directly through to the property site. So that's realestate.com.au, rent.com.au, and domain.com.au. When your ads are live, you'll start to see that inquiries will come through. And we have set up here the equivalent of an inbox where you'll start to receive your inquiries. You'll see the details of the people who have actually inquired, their phone number, as well as their email address, and you can reply directly to them. And the purpose of doing that is to set up either an inspection or have them apply for the property. So once you've got an application, you'll see here that it's all on the platform for you. The tenants can apply it through the ads and it's all online for you. So the details of the application include the rental history, the employment history, some of the identity information related to that tenant. It's pretty comprehensive. And because you've got all that information there, you can run a tenant check and immediately send that information off to the credit bureau, which is Equifax, to run a tenancy check through the National Tenancy Database. Or you can go ahead and reject that application if you're not interested, or accept it. When you accept it, it's actually going to take you to that next stage of the platform, which is what I showed you a little bit earlier. So when you take them through, it's going to take you into the lease setup where you can start to create a lease agreement. We've put one in here for you already, so you can see a version that's been set up. And this one's in New South Wales. It's using the Fair Trading Standard Tenancy Agreement. And that application detail is going to come right in here where you can basically set up fairly quickly a lease agreement with all the relevant details of your tenant and the lease agreement and terms so that you've got all the information in here for you. You'll then be able to send that through to your tenant who will receive it on their side of the platform. They can sign it electronically and then both you and your tenant will have a copy of it on record. The same thing with condition report. You can go ahead here and create the report yourself, or you can book a third-party professional to do it. You can send that to your tenant. They'll be able to review it and sign the actual condition report. The beauty of that is that condition reports tend to be quite cumbersome to complete, and because you'll have it electronically on the platform, you can use it for this tenancy and in the future without having to go and recreate the whole report. The bond comes off the lease agreement and your tenant can either pay it directly to the bond authority or through the platform. Rental payments are sort of the heart of where you're getting your rental income. You'll see a ledger that's automatically updated and populated. There's a receipt attached to each payment, so you and your tenant always have a record of what's happened and where you're up to, and in fact, you'll see future payments as well. When it comes to tenant bills and expenses, you can upload those through to the platform and either send it off to your tenant to pay that expense or just mark it as paid yourself. Maintenance works in a similar way where either you or your tenant can create a job and it will basically take it through the workflow to completion. And then all the income and all the expense is going to land in a report where you'll have your income, your expense, like a mini profit and loss for your property that you can ship off to your accountant for end of year, and your tax is almost done. So it really provides you a benefit in terms of how quickly, easily, and efficiently you can do all of this. We hope that's been a helpful intro into the RentBetter platform, and we look forward to having you join us as a customer. If you've got any questions, email us at info@rentbetter.com.au.